Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Ramadan Mubarak to you all. First of all, I would like to say thank you for showing such a good response to my previous video. Some of you have been trying out my recipes and sending me pictures, so thank you very much. In this video, I am showing you what I made on the first iftar of this year. I've kept the menu fairly simple and made some classic dishes that are made in Ramadan. I hope you like the video. Please keep watching. I'm making rose milk. For that, I've taken 2 tablespoons of basil seeds and I'm going to soak it in water for around 15 to 20 minutes. Then I've taken a handful of almonds and I'm adding water from a recently boiled kettle, and I'll let the almonds soak for around half an hour. Now I'm removing the skin of almonds. Next, I've taken these blanched almonds and added it into a mixer jar, and I'm adding around 1 tablespoon of sugar and some milk that I have boiled to make the rose milk. I blended it into a smooth paste. Then I've taken this pitcher and I'm adding the blended almond mix. Next, I've added milk which I have boiled and cooled. 2 glasses of milk. Then I'll be adding these basil seeds. You can add as much as you wish. I'm adding around 4 tablespoons. Next, for the rose flavor, I'm adding roux afza. I think Ramadan is incomplete without roux afza. You have to have roux afza at least some days in Ramadan. So there, my rose milk is ready. These leftover basil seeds, I am storing it in a glass jar for further use. Next, I'm making Aash or ganji. It is a classic Ramadan dish. It is a sort of a lentil and rice soup which is made throughout the month of Ramadan. What I've done is I've roasted the rice and dry roasted it, and I let it cool, and now I am grinding it. This is what it looks like after you have grinded it. I will be using some of it and storing the rest in a glass jar. So I've taken 1/3 of a cup of this roasted and broken rice and 1/4 of a cup of moong dal. In a pressure cooker, I will be washing it, adding enough water. I also added a little bit of salt and a little bit of turmeric powder, and then I pressure cooked it for about 3 whistles. I'm making the masala for the soup with 3 cloves of garlic, a small inch piece of ginger and 1 green chili. I'm going to crush it roughly. So in a pot, I've taken around 3 tablespoons of oil and I'm adding the crushed ginger, garlic and green chili. Now I'm adding finely chopped onion, coriander leaves and mint leaves. I've chopped them all in my hand chopper. Now I'm adding half a teaspoon of cinnamon and clove powder. So instead of this, you can add whole cinnamon and whole cloves into the ginger, garlic and green chili and crush them together. But since I had this, I'm using that. I'm going to cook the masala. Now I've added around 100 grams of beef mince. You can add lamb mince or chicken mince, anything will do. I'm cooking the mince nicely, roasting it, and then I've added one medium sized tomato which is finely chopped, again in my hand chopper. I am going to let all these ingredients cook properly. I've added salt according to taste. I have to be mindful of the salt because I've added it in the rice and moong dal as well. Now I am roasting the masala nicely with the mince. So now I've added water. This will act as a stock for our soup. So after adding water, I am going to let that cook away nicely. I forgot to press the record button, but I added the cooked rice and moong dal into the soup. So this is what becomes of it. I will mix it nicely and add water to adjust the consistency as to how thick I want it. Then my aash will be ready. Next, these are my frozen samosas that I had taken out of the freezer and I let them thaw for half an hour. I've brushed them with oil and I'm baking them for 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, flipping the side after 10 minutes. So here is the final iftar menu. Alhamdulillah, managed to bring it on the table on time. So there is the rose milk, fruit, baked samosa, aash and gulab jamun which I had made the previous day. The aash turned out to be wonderful, mashallah. My husband liked it so much he wants it for iftar every day now. This recipe is made in my entire khandan, but this particular dish I have learned it from my aunt Aisha Banu. So she was the pioneer of this dish. So thank you for this recipe. These are the baked samosas. You hear their crunch. See how crunchy they are. They're actually much tastier and crunchier than the fried samosas. But you can also fry them, they're good that way as well. Next time for dinner, I'm making aloo methi. So in a cooker I've taken oil, I've added 1 heaped tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and I have made a paste of 1 medium sized onion. I'm going to let all these aromatics cook away nicely. Next, I've added around 1 cup of coconut which I have grinded with a bunch of coriander leaves. It's a lot of coconut, but we need this amount because the methi leaves that we get here are very bitter. So the coconut tames down the bitterness. Then I've also added pureed tomato, 1 medium sized pureed tomato into it. Next, I've added some dried spices, 1.5 teaspoon of red chili powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 heaped teaspoon of coriander powder, and half teaspoon of garam masala. I'm going to mix it all in and let the masala cook nicely. Salt according to taste. Then I've added 1 large size potato which is cut into medium chunks, and methi leaves. These are 4 bunches of methi leaves, and after I have cleaned them, this is how much they turned out to be. I'm going to mix this all up nicely, add water and pressure cook it for 3 whistles, and my aloo methi will be ready. This dish can be eaten with chapati. It is mainly eaten with akki roti in my in-laws' house, but today I've made dosas with it. It tastes good with dosas and akki roti and chapati, anything. So I'm making hot dosas for dinner. Having the leftover fruit. I'm having the leftover beef curry from Sehri, the previous day's Sehri. I cannot let beef go to waste, can I? So that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. If you did, please do like, share and comment, and also please consider subscribing to my channel. Please show some love. Until next time, stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.